Good morning, everyone. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for a special Mother's Day Sunday morning edition of Field of Dreams Baseball. David Landau is the first in the stadium today. People give away prizes, but I don't. But I do acknowledge your first in the stadium, Yoko, right behind him, and we're going to play one day here of Field of Dreams Baseball. For those people who don't know, on our Discord channel, which is extremely active, usually Big Clue, David Landau, myself, and Mike Silva most mornings, uh, and some other people on occasion drop in for morning coffee about 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Eastern time, which it is now. And we sit and talk about baseball and various other things for a long time in the morning as we have our morning coffee. David has an hour and a half commute to work, so he's on there and we make his drive go a lot faster. Anyway, this morning I figured, since we were all going to be there chatting, that it would be a great time to play one day of baseball as we enter week 2 in May for season 3 of Field of Dreams. So here we are. Without further ado, just a quick review of the division standings for those people that don't follow on a regular basis. Earth Division, Dallas leads Liverpool, Big Clue's team, by a half a game. In the Wind Division, Chico, surprisingly, who has spent his entire preseason trading off players that are good this year for players that are good next year and in the future, find themselves surprisingly a half a game ahead of Lehigh in the Wind Division. In the Fire Division, as expected, there are 4 teams battling it out and a 5th team lurking just above 500 in what I consider going to be an extremely competitive race between Vegas, Chicago, Edmonton, Canada, and Lancaster, as everyone beats up on Florence. And in the Water Division, Mid-Michigan leads a half a game over Hadley Lake, who is Mid-Michigan and Hadley Lake are widely predicted to battle for the Water Division crown, along with Yoko's team, Amazing, who is off to a bad start this year. Anyway, let's go to the day's schedule. I looked at the schedule last night and figured the best game to play would be Chicago at Edmonton. Now, I'm going to start simming these games. I am going to skip Amazing and Florence because if I have time, I'll do 2 games. And that one will be the Amazing Florence game as requested by Yoko. Here we go, right into the schedule. Hadley Lake at Marshfield. Marshfield upsets Hadley Lake 9-3. Odorizzi, the winner, Waddell, the loser. Siebert had 2 home runs. Now he has 5 on the season. Chico's at Liverpool for the lead of both divisions. Liverpool squeaks by Chico's 3-2. Van Gilder, one of my favorite pitchers, wins the game. He's 1-0, beats Tom Seaver. That ought to make Buckshot look twice. And Rice went 3 for 3 in that game, including a triple. Manchester at T-ville. Manchester off to a surprising 14-14 start, as most people predicted his to be a last-place team. And T-ville clobbers Manchester 14-2. Pennock now 3-3. Webb 2-3. Alomar 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs in the game. Vegas at St. Pete. Vegas, my team, leads the Fire Division. I was impressed until I saw who I played, and only hoping I build a big enough lead to not fall too much when I start playing the powerhouses. But here I am playing the 10-21 St. Pete. And I squeeze by as Alvarez wins game number 3. Davies, the loser, 2-3. Cesar Cedeno, home run number 6. D-Gens at Long Island. D-Gens shuts out Long Island 1-0. Addy Joss 3-4, Wagner 1-1. That ought to make Mike happy. He was just complaining how Joss was not pitching well. Well, he just shut out Long Island. Looks pretty good to me. We'll save amazing for Florence later in the broadcast. And let's play Chicago at Edmonton. Both teams winning records, and they are fighting for the division lead in the Fire division. Before we do that, Buckshot checks in, and I want to say hello. Eparixi pitching for the Red Shirts. He will be facing the undefeated Jerry Kuzman. This is a good game. Welcome to Yankee Stadium for today's game between Chicago and Edmonton. Eparixi gets the start for Chicago. He's made 5 starts on the year. He's 5-0 with an ERA of 1.19. His second start against Edmonton, he's 1-0 with a 3.00 ERA. He'll be opposed by another undefeated pitcher, Jerry Kuzman for Edmonton. He's made 6 starts, and he's 6-0 on the year. Can't ask for a better matchup than this. His ERA is 2.18. It's his second start against Chicago. He's also 1-0 with a 4.15 ERA against Chicago. If you were looking for 2 pitchers to clash early in the season, this game could be a classic. It's 75 degrees, wind speed 7 miles per hour, left to right, heading out to the short right field porch here in Yankee Stadium. We may have some fireworks. And there is light rain in the forecast. Play ball. Chicago's batting order in today's game: Collins at second, as usual. Reiser in center, batting second. Brett at third, batting third. Edgar Martinez, the DH, and in the Hall of Fame, batting fourth, one of my favorite players. Heath in right field, batting fifth. Johnny Mize at first, sixth. Mitchell in left field, batting seventh. Owen catching today and batting eighth, with Cecil Travis, a player I wanted desperately to get in the draft this year and didn't get him. He's at shortstop, batting ninth. In the outfield, Keller in left, DiMaggio in center, Hendrick in right. Left to right in the infield, Bell, Tejada, Gordon, and Berkman for Edmonton. Dickey catching. Kuzman undefeated on the mound. Stepping in is Eddie Collins, and we're underway. Collins eliminates the fact there's going to be a no-hitter today for Edmonton, and he's on first with a base hit to right field. Runner on first. Pete Razor, 273 hitter, stepping in. There goes Collins. It's a hit and run, and that's a base hit into left field. Perfectly executed hit and run. Collins walks into third base, and the Red Shirts are off and running. Runners on first and third. Nobody out for George Brett, hitting 295, almost 100 points below the season he is being rated on for this season. However, I expect him to be much higher when the year ends. Kuzman delivers to Brett. Brett hits a fly ball in the center field. DiMaggio is under it. He's got it. DiMaggio's got a 10 arm, and Collins stays put. One down. Edgar Martinez, not a swift runner. If Kuzman induces a double play, this is going to... Kuzman looks in. Martinez hitting 274. The pitch. He walked him. Bases are loaded. Kuzman was a little too careful. And Jeff Heath, who I think is an extremely good player for this team and plays in Action PC baseball extremely well. He's hitting 286. Steps into the left side against the left-handed Kuzman. The pitch. He hits him. Well, Kuzman is not having one of his best innings. He's only allowed one run. He's allowed 2 hits. He's walked a batter, hit a batter, and he does not seem to be on today. Johnny Mize, 243 on the season. He steps into the left side of the batter's box, and he hits a fly ball to left. Keller under it, puts it away for the out. The run is going to score, and Chicago takes a 2-0 lead here at Edmonton. Jerry Koosman now will face Kevin Mitchell, an even 200 in limited action. The pitch, that's a base hit in the right field. Martinez rounding third. Here's the throw. He is safe. Runner goes to third on the throw to home. Mitchell holds first, and Chicago gets out quickly to a 3-0 lead. If Jerry Koosman thinks he's going to win this game, he's going to have to get it under control quickly. This game is getting out of hand for Mickey Owen, the backup catcher for Chicago, batting .222, steps in to face Koosman. The pitch. Base hit in the center field. Run number 4. Mitchell will he round second, going to third. Here's the throw by DiMaggio. He is out, and that's why you don't run on Joe DiMaggio. The inning is over. You never make the third out at third base, however, Chicago just did. But that's the bad news. The good news is Chicago leads by 4 as we head to the bottom of the first. Chicago 4, Express coming to bat. There is an advantage to having good arms in the outfield, and Chicago has them in 2 of the 3 positions. Batting order for Edmonton as we head to the bottom of the first. Keller in left batting first, Berkman at first batting second. Joe DiMaggio, who just made that throw, batting third in center field. Lee, the DH, the cleanup hitter, and Hendrick hitting number 5 in right field. Excuse me. Bell at third, hitting 6th. Tejada at short, 7th. Gordon at second, 8th. And Bill Dickey, the catcher, batting 9th. The outfield, Mitchell, Reiser, and Heath for Chicago. And Chicago's outfield in center and right, every much as good of throwing arms as you can get. Brett, Travis, Collins, Mize in the infield, left to right. Catching Owen, pitching Rixey. Into the batter's box is Keller hitting .272, and the bottom half of the inning is underway with a fly ball to Reiser in center field. Someone help me. Reiser, I don't want to do that all year. I'm going to have to look that up on Baseball Reference. Berkman, batting .229, steps in to face Rixey. The pitch. Base hit in the right field, and the hit parade continues here at Yankee Stadium. Runner on first, 1 out for Joe DiMaggio, the author of that assist from center field and the top of the inning. Fly ball to right, backing up is Heath. He's going to get it short of the warning track. 2 down. Berkman retreats to first, and Rixey to face Carlos Lee, hitting .188. The pitch. He walks him. First walk of the day for Rixey. And Edmonton threatening a little bit here in the bottom of the first. I'm sure Chicago would like to get out of this inning without allowing runs after putting a 4 spot on the scoreboard in the top of the inning. Tommy Hendrick, 167, batting from the left side. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right field. That ball is far. That ball is deep. That ball is caught just in front of the right field fence by the right fielder. The inning is over, and Chicago gets out of it, and they lead at the end of 1, 4-0. That was almost out of here. Any fly ball with wind assistance to right field at Yankee Stadium is dangerous. Here we go, top of the second. Travis, then the top of the order, Collins and Reiser to face Kuzman. The pitch. Travis hits it to center. DiMaggio backing up. 1 down. Eddie Collins, 253 hitter this season. Okay, what did I do? Error, Bill Dickey. Got to read. Collins swings and misses. Wait a minute. The bat hit the catcher's mitt. Collins will be awarded first base. Well, there you go. There was no way to show that on the chalkboard, so I had to read it. Catcher interference. Collins on first. Reiser stepping in, batting .294. Throw to first. Collins a danger to steal. Kuzman, the lefty, throws. And there's a line drive. Keller's going to catch it before it hits the ground, and Collins is going to have to hold it first. 1 down, 2 down. Collins at first. George Brett stepping in, .293. And he hits a long fly ball to left field, but a lot of room out there for Keller as he puts it away. We go to the bottom of the second, 4-0 Chicago. As I take a sip of my morning coffee with my friends here on YouTube and my friends from the Discord network, we go to the bottom of the second. Bell, Tejada, and Gordon to face Rixey. Bell hitting .216. Fly ball to left center. Great play by Pete Reiser. You cannot discount high range ratings in this game. They will save you a lot of runs. Pete Reiser's third of the season. I looked at last year's statistics. My center fielder, Cesar Cedeno, is the only reason I'm going to quote it is because I don't check other teams, my own. Last season, if I'm not mistaken, Cesar Cedeno in season 2 had 60 great plays in center field and 1 poor play. Quite an effort. Tejada stepping in, .229 hitter against the league. He hits a grounder to Travis at short. Routine play to Mize, 2 up, 2 down. Joe Gordon stepping in, hitting .284. He's going to hit a little higher now as he hits that ball in the center field. Base hit. Gordon at first, not much of a threat to steal as Bill Dickey steps into the left side of the batter's box. .268 hitter. Rixey delivers, ground ball. Travis, great play. Gets the third out of the inning by throwing the second. And there you go. Great play number 11 for Cecil Travis. Once again, defense important in this game. And in the top of the third, Martinez, Heath, and Mize to face Jerry Kuzman, who made a comeback last inning by not allowing any runs. The pitch to Martinez. He's going to be good if he doesn't allow any now because there's a line drive in the left field. Martinez rounding first, heading for second. Keller throws it in, but that ball is cut off. Stand-up double number 6 for Edgar Martinez. Kuzman looks back at Martinez. Not really any threat to steal third. Will be pitching to Jeff Heath, who hits a long fly ball into deep right field. Hendrick backing up, and that ball's going to be foul. Good thing it was foul because it hit the wall. If it was fair, that was another double, possible triple. Let's do it again. Kuzman delivers. There's another base hit in the left field. Will Martinez score? I doubt it. Throw to third. Martinez is going to hold. This game never, and when I mean never, unless there's Maury Wills or somebody like that at second base, ever send the runner home with less than 2 outs on second base with a single. First and third, just like the opening frame, nobody out. Johnny Mize, .243 hitter this season. The delivery, that's a grounder to Gordon. He's going to flip to Mahada for 1. To Berkman for the double play. I said Mahada. I meant Tejada. That's a double play, but the fifth run of the game scores, and Chicago now takes a 5-0 lead as Kevin Mitchell steps up to the plate. 1 for 1 on the day, hitting .273. He hits a dribble at a short Tate, picks it up, throws to Berkman to end the inning, but not before Chicago scores a run. We head to the bottom of the third, 5-0 Chicago. The Edmonton Express will send up the top of their order, Keller followed by Berkman and DiMaggio. The 15-10 Express are playing the 19-12 Chicago Red Shirts. Rixey, looking for his sixth win this season, delivers to Keller, and he hits a ball right back to Rixey, who underhands it to Mize for the out. 1 down. Berkman 1 for 1 today. Rixey delivers, and Rixey, a little careful with Berkman, walks him. If you're going to walk a guy, he's a good one to walk. He is not going to steal. Unfortunately, you have to face the .342 hitting Joe DiMaggio, who earlier this season hit a 3-run homer in the top of the ninth to beat the Chicago team, who had that game well in hand prior. Fly ball to center. Reiser gets it. Puts it away for the out. You're going to hit it out here in Yankee Stadium in center field. You're going to have to hit it harder than that. Rixey to face Carlos Lee, hitting .188. That's a base hit in the center field. Will Berkman go to third? Let's find out. Is anybody going to run on Reese's arm? The throw, he's going to be cut off by Travis as Berkman goes into third. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, 5-0 Chicago. Rixey to face Tommy Hendrick. 0 for 1 today, 165 on the year. And he's just going to hit a slow roller to second. Collins over to first for the out. Edmonton doesn't score. We go to the top of the fourth, 5-0 Chicago. I love this early morning baseball. I might make a habit of, after I finish my coffee with everybody on Discord, to play one day of a season. That shouldn't interfere with the other broadcasters and give us something to do after we sit there and bullshit with one another for 2 or 3 hours. And boy, if you ever want to hear some interesting talk, the time to meet at Discord is 7 a.m. Eastern on our Discord channel. Owen steps in, followed by Travis and Collins. Kuzman on the mound. Here's the pitch. Base hit in the left field. Third hit of the day off of Rixey. Owen at first. Cecil Travis comes to bat, hitting .275. He's going to hit it to Berkman. He's going to take it to the bag. That will advance Owen. Travis did his job by putting the runner in scoring position for the top of the order, and Eddie Collins. Collins today, 1 for 1, 253 on the season. The pitch. Fly to center field. DiMaggio coming in. He's going to catch it easily as Owen retreats back to second. And Pete Reiser. I'm settling on Reiser. So unless anyone wants to change that, that's what I'm settling on until I read how you pronounce it on Baseball Reference. 1 for 2 today. 286 for the season. And he goes down swinging. The inning is over. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 5-0 Chicago. Rixey today, 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks. Nobody struck out. His ERA has to have come down. Let's see what it is. His ERA is reduced to 1.12. He's having one heck of a year. Bell, Tejada, and Gordon due up. Pop up in the infield for Bell. Travis under it. 1 down. Miguel Tejada, 227. 0 for 1 today. Rixey delivers. He's going to hit a base hit in the right field. Miguel Tejada on first for Joe Gordon, who is 1 for 1 today. Rixey checks Tejada, not much of a threat to steal, delivers. Fly ball to center field. Reeser up with it, puts it away, throws it in. Tejada stuck at first with 2 away for Bill Dickey, who's 0 for 1. He's now 1 for 2 as he bangs a line drive in a right field. Heath takes it on the hop. Tejada, who was off at the crack of the bat, goes to third. It seems like what we've had all day is runners on first and third. 2 outs, however, as Keller steps in. Keller, 267 for the season, 0 for 2 on the day. He pops it up in the infield. Rixey's going to get out of this mess as Colin puts it away for the out. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Chicago Red Shirts 5, Edmonton Express nothing. Kuzman here in the 5th inning. Quite frankly, after the way he started the game, I didn't think he would see the 5th inning. He will face the heart of Chicago's order, Brett Martinez and Heath. Brett 0 for 2 today, 290, even 100 points below what he hit in the season that we're on. Hendrick puts it away, a routine fly ball to right. Edgar Martinez 1 for 1, 280 this season. He hits a base hit in the right field, right on cue. Edgar Martinez is quite the player. When I saw last season that David had traded for Edgar Martinez by flipping the pitcher I traded to him, whose name escapes me all of a sudden, so please forgive my 73-year-old brain. I see the name, I just can't recall it. Andy Messerschmidt. Anyway, I traded Messerschmidt to David, who flipped him in 5 minutes for Edgar Martinez. Quite frankly, I would have done it in 3 minutes. Great trade. I think it was one of the best trades of the season. Kuzman now to face Jeff Heath, who's also got a hit today, hitting 291 or 251, I can't remember, and he's got his second hit of the day. Martinez holds at second. No one's running on Joe DiMaggio. They tried earlier. It was unsuccessful. 1 out, runners on first and second. Johnny Mize, who's 0 for 1 today, has an opportunity to put this game away. Let's see what he does. He walks. Kuzman thought he had an opportunity to put it away and would not give him a pitch to hit. Would rather face the 250 Kevin Mitchell. That might be a mistake because Mitchell is probably in here because he hits left-handers. Kuzman checks the runners. The bases are loaded. The pitch. He pops it up into center field. That's going to be over DiMaggio's head, off the wall. It's going to clear the bases. Mitchell knocks in 3 runs. It is 8-0. Mitchell's second double of the season. And David Landau looks like a genius by putting him in that left-handed lineup because this game is now in the bag. 8-0 Chicago. He didn't know that Mitchell was going to come up with the bases loaded, but he knew he could hit left-handers. Mickey Owen 2 for 2 today. Is it going to be 9? No, they're not going to let Kuzman go any further, but he's going to face a left-hander, which is a bit strange. When you start a left-hander, you want to bring in a right-hander because the other team's lineup is set up for a lefty. Gomez, let's see how he looks this season. Gomez, first appearance of the year. Well, I don't know what that says about his season, but let's see. Ground ball right back to the mound. Over to Berkman, 2 outs. Mitchell goes to third. He took off after the throw went to first. Gomez will now face the left-handed hitting Cecil Travis. Travis 0 for 2. Fly to center. DiMaggio puts it away to end the inning, but not before Chicago puts a crooked number up on the board, and we head to the bottom of the fifth. 8-0 Chicago. Well, David, I'm glad I'm played this game because I know I put a smile on your face after watching this effort. Let's see. We got Berkman, DiMaggio, and Lee to face Epirixi, who can coast the rest of the way. Pop up behind home plate. Owen throws his mask away, puts it away for the out. 1 down. Joe DiMaggio, 0 for 2. Line drive right at Mitchell in left field, but it is going to be a single as it bounces in front of him. DiMaggio on first, not a threat to steal for the 196 hitting Carlos Lee, who's 1 for 1 today. Rixi's probably relaxing a little too much as he walks Carlos Lee. Now we'll face Tommy Hendrick. Hendrick 0 for 2, hitting 163. And there's the infield fly rule. Yoko, batter is automatically out. Runners proceed at your own risk. He catches it. Collins throws it back to Rixey. 2 outs now, runners on first and second for Buddy Bell. The pitch. Ground ball to Travis. He's going to flip it to Collins for the short out, number 3. We head to the top of the 6th, 8-0 Chicago. Gomez this season. There it is. Sorry, I said it was that's Eddie Collins. Sorry. Gomez doesn't have a record first game this season. However, he's got a 3.74 ERA, 15-5, and hits per 9 innings. Are they on here? No. Strikeouts per 9, 4.4. Walks per 9, 5.9. That would be a little dangerous here in our league. Let's see how he does with the top of the Chicago order, Collins, followed by Reeser and Brett. Line drive out directly. Tejada puts it away, 1 down. Pete Reeser up. 1 for 3 on the day. He strikes him out. And George Brett, another lefty, will face this lefty. 0 for 3 today. Ground ball to Berkman's going to take it to the bag himself, and that was an easy inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 8-0 Chicago. Aaron Reed comes by. Hello. Aaron Reed will be broadcasting later today. Right after this day ends, I will zip the file up, Aaron, for you and put it in the league file section of our Discord. Tejada, Gordon, and Dickey, the bottom third of Edmonton's order to face Rixey here in the 6th. Ground ball to Travis. He's been perfect today, and he continues with a perfect throw to Mize. 1 down. Joe Gordon, 1 for 2, stepping in. Now he's 1 for 3. First strikeout of the day for Rixey. We had to wait to the 6th inning, but he is pitching a shutout, so it really doesn't matter, does it? Bill Dickey, 1 for 2 in the game. Ground ball to Collins. The sure-handed Collins fires it to Mize for the out. We head to the top of the 7th. It's an 8-0 blowout, Chicago over Edmonton. Gomez this inning will face Martinez, Heath, and Mize. 2 for 2 on the day is Edgar. Now he's 2 for 3. Second strikeout for Gomez. Jeff Heath, also 2 for 2. And also strikes out. Third strikeout for Gomez, and Johnny Mize 0 for 1. He's not 2 for 2, so he probably won't strike out, right? Fly ball to center. DiMaggio has it go over his head against the wall, bounces back. It is the 10th double of the year for Johnny Mize, and the Red Shirts have a runner in scoring position at second base. For Kevin Mitchell, the last time there was runners in scoring position, the bases were loaded. Mitchell came up and knocked in all 3 runs. He's got 4 RBIs on the day. Great game for Mitchell. He's facing a left-hander. Let's see what he can do. That's why he's in here. And there it is, a base hit in the right field. Is that going to be an RBI? I think so. Mize rounds third, comes home, throw into the second base. And Mitchell now has 5 RBIs and 3 hits on the day. Who bets he's the MVP of the game? I bet he is. Mickey Owen. Fly to right. Hendrick coming in, puts it away. We head to the bottom of the 7th, 9-0 Chicago. Rixey pitching a shutout, thrown an even 100 pitches. Keller, top of the order, followed by Berkman and DiMaggio. Base hit, right field. Keller now 1 for 4 on the day. Rixey checking the runner as Lance Berkman, the first baseman for Edmonton, steps to the plate. He hits a fly ball deep in the left field. That one is into the night. That one is into the stands. That is Lance Berkman's home run number 4. Epa Rixey loses his shutout. It is now 9-2. That ball traveled 348 feet. Well, will the computer manager leave him in? He's at 105 pitches. I guarantee he can pitch a lot more than that. 2 runs now in for Edmonton as Joe DiMaggio steps to the plate. 1 for 3 in today's game. He hits a fly ball into left field, but this one's routine. Mitchell puts it away, 1 down. Carlos Lee, 1 for 1. He's going to ground directly to Travis. Easy play to first. After that little hiccup for Rixey, he looking pretty good as Tommy Hendrick 0 for 3 in the game. Hits a fly ball to right field. That one is going to be right into Heath's glove. Routine. We head to the top of the 8th, 9-2 Chicago. Gomez came in. He's done a good job since he's relieved Koosman, who looks like he's going to take his first loss of the season. Bottom of the order, Travis, followed by Collins and Reeser. The pitch. Base hit in the left field. The hit parade continues. Hit number 13 for Chicago. This has not been one of the Express's best pitching efforts. Eddie Collins, 1 for 3, runner on first. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Great play. He's going to throw to first. They're not going to be able to get Travis, who will end up at second base. Great play number 9 for Joe Gordon. Backhanding it, going away from first base. His best play was to first. And Collins does his job getting Travis into scoring position for Pete Reeser, who is 1 for 4 today. 1 for 4 today, as my old eyes looks at the small font. Grounder to first. Berkman flips to Gomez covering. Travis goes to third. 2 outs, however. George Brett 0 for 4. His average dropped to 286. I expect that he will be turning it around shortly. And he just hit a line drive out It's going to have to wait for one more at bat as Brett puts it away. We head to the bottom of the eighth, 9-2 Chicago. Bell, Tejada, and Gordon to face Dickey. Excuse me, Rixey. Dickey, Rixey, all these names, they drive me nuts. Fly to left. This ball is deep. Mitchell, however, puts it away. One down for Miguel Tejada. Base hit in the right. Tejada scampers to first. He's now 2 for 4 on the day. And the 1 for 3, Joe Gordon steps in. Tejada at first. Rixey delivers. Strikeout number 2. 2 outs. Now Dickey comes up. Rixey, Dickey. I knew it was going to happen this inning. 1 for 3 on the day. The pitch. There goes the runner. The throw. Tejada is caught stealing. The inning is over. Why is a team down by 7 runs stealing in the bottom of the 8th inning? I'll never know. Dave Cook's got an answer for that one. Gomez now will face Edgar Martinez, Heath, and Mize here in the 9th. Ground ball, base hit, hit number 14 as Chicago continues to rack up the base hits. Hit number 3 today, as you see, for Jeff Heath, who could also get hit number 3 if he gets one. The pitch. And he does. Martinez most likely will stop at second. He does. Third hit of the day for Heath. Well, when you're third, let me start again. When your cleanup hitter and the 5th hitter gets 6 hits on the day, you're going to have a good offensive performance. Johnny Mize, only 1 hit on the day, 15 hits in the game for Chicago. 16 hits as that ball goes into left field. Gomez apparently has lost it. We're going to have a runner caught off second. And let me read it. Mize lines a base hit between third and short. Heath to second. Keller retrieves it, tosses it back in. Heath is caught off second, and Gordon tagged Heath for the out. Well, that's the only out of the inning so far. Gomez can't get him at the bat, so they're going to get him on the bases. First and third, 9-2 score. 1 out, top of the 9th. Well, Kevin Mitchell's up. We know what's happened the last 2 times. He's been up with runners on base. He's 3 for 4 on the day, and he's got 5 RBIs, and he loves left-handed pitching. And Gomez knows it. He walks him. Mickey Owen, also 2 for 4. A hit will give him 3 hits on the day. However, Tejada's going to flip it to Gordon for the second out. They get 2 outs, but they also get a run. 10-2 as Cecil Travis steps in. Base hit in the center field, hit number 17, run number 11. The hit parade continues. Throw to third, and for the second time in today's game, Joe DiMaggio throws out a runner going to third. Thank goodness the game will be shortened. We'll get Yoko's game in. It is 11-2. Rixey looks strong. That could be the understatement of the day. Dickey. Fly ball drops in to center field. Reeser picks it up on the hop. Well, they do say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step, and that's Edmonton's first step. Dickey on first, Keller at the plate. And that is going to be caught. No, it's going to drop in front of Reeser for a base hit, and there's step number 2 in the journey of 1,000 miles. I'm glad you're still here, Yoko. We will get your game in, so hang in there. Berkman runners on first and second to face Rixey. That ball is right back to the mound, 2nd for 1. First double play, and that's the way the game has gone for Edmonton. 2 outs now, runner on third, Joe DiMaggio up. Rixey delivers, walks DiMaggio. Does this even with a 9-run lead? He doesn't pitch to him. Carlos Lee, 194, makes more sense than Joe DiMaggio. The pitch. Fly to center field. Reeser under it. Game is over. Puts it away. The Chicago Red Shirts destroy the Edmonton Express 11-2. Let's go to the box score. 11 runs, 17 hits, no errors for Chicago. Congratulations, David. Edmonton, 2 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Chicago goes to 20-12. Great start to the season. Edmonton drops to 15-11. Lots of hitting in this game. You guys can download the file and glance over the box score and go over all these fabulous performances. And as predicted, Kevin Mitchell, MVP of the game. Mitchell ended the day 3 for 4, 5 RBIs, a walk, a double, and now is hitting .357 in the early going of the season. Back to the schedule. Next game on the schedule, Lehigh at Hagerstown. Lehigh defeats Hagerstown 5-1. Brown, the winner. Spawn, the loser. Medwick, home run number 6. And we go to, I'm in the wrong spot. I skipped Amazing because we'll keep that. Let's do that game last. Let's autoplay Dallas at Cleveland, 7-6 Cleveland. Sanchez, the winner. Tannenhell, the loser. Home run number 8 for Fournier. Canada at Lancaster. Lancaster shuts out Canada 1-0. What is wrong with Canada's lineup? We're going to have to check that out. Miller, 3-3, defeats Carlton, 4-3. And Canada is just not hitting. Hadley Lake at Marshfield. 11-1 Hadley Lake victory. Wyatt, the winner. Archer, the loser. Dawson, home run number 2. Fort Lee at San Francisco. San Francisco squeezes by Fort Lee at home, 6-5. Kovaleski, the winner in 10 innings. Gossage, the loser. Parker went 3 for 4 with a double and a stolen base. He's newly arrived from Vegas to Fort Lee. And the final sim of the day will be Mid-Michigan at Brooklyn before we play the amazing Florence game. Mid-Michigan 4-2 over the surprising Brooklyn team. Sherdell, the winner, 5-3. Gossman, 1-4, the loser. Bonds, home run number 4. Mid-Michigan, 19-10, and Brooklyn now 13-19. Let's play amazing in Florence. The Kitsunes have Cole Hamels on the mound. We have his best pitcher. He will be facing Johnny Cueto. The lineups are in. Welcome to Great American Ballpark for today's game between Amazing and Florence. Cole Hamels takes the mound for Amazing. He's made 6 starts on the year. This is one of the reasons why Amazing has a slow start. He's only 2-3 with an ERA of 7.22. His second start against Florence, he's 1-0 with a 3.68 ERA. He'll be opposed by Johnny Cueto for Florence. He's made 3 starts, is 2-1 in the year at 3.92 ERA. It's his first start against Amazing. Here at the ballpark, it's 76 degrees, wind speed 8 miles per hour, left to right. Let me get to the spot. Play ball. In the outfield, I got to fix that because that looks funny to me. Apologize for changing this stuff around, but it's got to look right. This doesn't even look like something I did. I would never have the pitcher that far off the mound. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Looks better to me. Batting order for the amazing Kitsunes today. Here we go. Rollins at short batting first. Lenny Dykstra center batting second. Rice in right field batting third. Howard at first batting cleanup. Kruk the DH fifth. Schmidt at third batting sixth. Dalton catching seventh. Kipnis at second batting eighth. And Coco Crisp in left field batting ninth. In the field for the Firebirds, Dunn, Cavaretta, and Sanders in right. Infield left to right, Beltre, Swanson, Phillips, and Freeman. McCarver behind the plate. Cueto on the mound. Jimmy Rollins stepping into the batter's box. We're underway. And he goes down swinging, one down. Dykstra. Oh, we've got a guy without a picture. You guys know how I feel about pictures. Whoops. Let's see. Lenny Dykstra. There he is. My brain can now continue because there's a photo. Fly ball deep in the right field. Sanders puts it away at the warning track. Harry Rice, 261 this season, stepping in. He hits a long fly ball, but that one's going to be into the stands in foul territory. That ball slapped in the left field, down into the corner. Rice rounding first, heading for second. Dunn chasing the ball down. He's going to throw it in. Here's the throw. The ball is cut off by Swanson. Rice goes into second. And it is his eighth double of the season. Rice, I believe, was received by the Kitsunes in one of his trades this season. Rice on second. Ryan Howard stepping in with 6 home runs, hitting 164. Cueto doesn't want any part of the home run hitting Howard. He wants Kruk. Might have been a mistake. Kruk hitting 330 with 3 home runs this season. Fly ball to center field. Cavaretta under it. Puts it away. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the amazing nothing Firebirds coming to bat. Florence. Batting order, Phillips at second, Swanson batting second at short, Sanders in right field batting third, Freeman at first batting fourth, Dunn batting fifth and left, Beltre at third, sixth, batting seventh, Hartnett at the DH, Cavaretta batting eighth in center, and batting ninth and catching, Tim McCarver. The outfield for Amazing has Crisp in left, Dykstra in center, Rice in right. Left to right in the infield, Schmidt, Rollins, Kipnis, and Howard. Dalton catching. Hamels pitching. Phillips steps in, the first batter here in the bottom of the inning. Here we go. Ground ball to Rollins. Picks it up. Going to be close, but they're going to get him at first. He's out. 1 down. Dansby Swanson. Fly to center field. Dykstra puts it away. 2 down. And Reggie Sanders. Fly to left. Crisp coming in. Crisp been a couple of years in Boston. He puts that away for the out. We go to the top of the second. No score. Schmidt to face Cueto, followed by Dalton and Kipnis here in the second. Schmidt leads off with a walk. Darren Dalton hitting an even 200. strikes out. Somebody's injured, and it is probably Dalton, because everybody else looks like they're okay. Yep, right there. Dalton out of the game. We'll get a replacement for him in the next inning. There goes the runner. Here's the throw. It's in the center field. Schmidt will end up at third base. Error number 6, stolen base number 2. Error on the shortstop, I think. Nope. Yes, error on the shortstop. Here we go. Runner now in scoring position. Only one out. Cueto delivers to Kipnis. He walks him. Let's see why he wanted to walk him. Well, maybe he wants to pitch to the 216 hitting Coco Crisp. Crisp hits a lot better than 216. I've seen him. Now, the season he's from isn't too great, but he's a good hitter. And to prove it, he's going to knock in the run by singling into center field. Kipnis goes to second. The Kissoons take a 1-0 lead. Runners on first and second for the top of the order, Jimmy Rollins. Bases loaded. Rollins walks. Cueto seems to have lost it here in the second inning. Bases loaded, only one out, a run in for the amazing Kitsoons, Lenny Dykstra, hitting .286 in limited action this season. He's going to bang that ball into the left field corner. That may clear the bases. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. It's a poor play by Beltre. Rollins will be held at third. It is now 3-0. Lenny Dykstra with his first double of the season. Not sure who the poor play is on. We'll have to find out. The pitch to Rice, strikes out, 2 down. Runners on second and third. Howard with an opportunity to break this one wide open. The pitch. He strikes out. Cueto bears down to strike out the next 2 batters after allowing those 2 runs to score at the end of 1.5. The amazing Kitsoons 3 and the Firebirds nothing. Cole Hamels to face the middle of the Florence order, Freeman, Dunn, and Beltre. Freeman, it's a foul ball. Let's do this again. Freeman walks. Runner on first. Adam Dunn hitting 191 on the season. He's going to bang this one in the right center field. That's going to be off the wall. Freeman's going to stop at third. Dunn's second double of the year, and his average goes to 208 with that hit. Runners on second and third. That deserves a sip of coffee. Adrian Beltre, speaking of players that had only 1 season at Boston, Boston gave him an opportunity in real life to showcase his talents when he couldn't sign a long-term contract. He had a monster year. Texas paid him the money, and he is now in the Hall of Fame. He strikes out, however. 1 down, runners on second and third. Gabby Hartnett. Gabby, let's see what he's hitting. 283. He's got runners on second and third. And he's going to hit a base hit in the left field. 1 run's going to score. Poor play on the play. Number 1 for Coco Crisp. And we have runners on first and third. 3-1 the score now. Kitsoons lead. Hamels to face Cavaretta. Cavaretta hits a fly ball into deep right field. Rice is going to put it away in front of the warning track. That's enough to score. That's deep enough to score the run. 3-2, amazing. Runner on first, 2 outs for Tim McCarver. That ball is put out by the center fielder. We go to the top of the third. 3-2, amazing. I didn't mention, but I will now. Let's see. The catcher that came in, Bresnahan, came in to replace the injured catcher for amazing. Okay. Back to the game. Kruk, Schmidt, and Bresnahan, that aforementioned catcher, will face Cueto. 3-2. Game's a little closer. Fly ball put away by Sanders in right field. Dykstra wasn't hurt, Yoko. It was your catcher, and Bresnahan came in. He's on deck right now. Schmidt to face Cueto. Foul ball. Why do I announce it when the game announces it? Cueto delivers. He walks him. Runner on first is Schmidt. One down. 3-2. Amazing lead. Bresnahan, the catcher, is up. He's 2 for 6 in limited action. The backup catcher replaced Dalton, who was injured earlier today. Cueto can't find the strike zone all of a sudden. That is walk number 6. How many did he walk in real life? In real life, his walks were only 2.7 a game. It's 6.3 in this computer sim. That would be an anomaly. Kipnis walks. That's walk number 3 in a row. Here's where my pet peeve comes in with the game. I don't have many pet peeves. Action PC is a wonderful game. And I have less complaints about the manager file than most people because I spend a lot of time with it. However, there's got to be a button in there that you should be able to check. If your pitcher walks 2 or 3 batters in a row, he should immediately be allowed to leave the game. You can't do that with Action PC, so Cueto will face Coco Crisp with the bases loaded. Struck him out, number 5, 2 down, bases loaded. Will Cueto get out of this? He's going to have to get Jimmy Rollins out to do it. Walks his 4th batter of the inning. The 4th run scores for amazing, and that is walk number 8. I don't think a manager in his right mind would let a pitcher stay on the mound that walked 8 batters in less than 3 innings. And the reason why is that was almost a base hit, but it was a line drive caught by the second baseman. Florence gets out of the inning, and it's now 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Hamels to face Phillips, Swanson, and Sanders, the top of Florence's order. Grounded to second, Kipnis to Howard, 1 down. Swanson steps in against Hamels and hits the ground to the 3rd. Poor play by Schmidt. You know what that means. Swanson is safe at first base. He's on first. Poor play number 3 for Schmidt. And again, I will mention one of my favorite statistics is the great play versus poor play statistic. When it's a great play, they keep a runner off base. When it's a poor play, they put a runner on base. If you want to know how good your team is in the field, just work out the differential between great plays and poor plays, and you'll have your answer. Reggie Sanders steps in. Throw to first as Swanson gets back in time. Hamels delivers. There is a base hit in the center field. Swanson will go to 3rd on the Dykstra number 1 arm. He is safe. Well, now you see the difference between a 1 and a 10 arm in center field. Runner on 3rd, runner on 1st. Freddie Freeman could arguably be considered the best hitter on this Florence team. He is the reason why Florence drafted the Braves team in the 1st round in the year 3 draft. Hamels delivers. Foul ball. The pitch. Grounded to second. Kipnis is going to throw to short for one. That's all they're going to get. A run will score. Freeman reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 down, 4-3 game for Adam Dunn, who's 1 for 1 and hitting .208 in the season. That ball's going to be foul. We throw again to Dunn. Ball gets away from Bresnahan. Runner goes to second. It's a pass ball, according to the official scorekeeper. Jeff Hunter comes in. Joe Murdy's in the ballpark. I'd like to acknowledge midlife crisis. Thank you guys for stopping in for a Mother's Day Sunday morning special edition broadcast of Field of Dreams. The pitch to Dunn. Pops it up. 2 outs. Kipnis under it. Puts it away to end the inning. We head to the top of the fourth in a close 4-3 game. Kitsoons ahead of Firebirds. Cueto with 8 walks has thrown 106 pitches in 3 innings. Let's see how it continues as Rice, Howard, and Kruk are due up. That ball is hit into right field. It is against the wall. Sanders picks it up. Rice headed for second. Here's the throw. It is going to be close. He is safe. Harry Rice, double number 9, and his second one of the day. Howard steps into the batter's box. Hitting 162. He's got a runner on second. Kitsoon's looking for another run, and he's intentionally walked to face Kruk, who's hitting 323. Something I don't understand, but I guess it's in the percentages as Cueto turns red in his pitch count box, which indicates he's reached his estimated pitch count. Ball gets away from McCarver. Runners will advance. Is it a pass ball? Is it a wild pitch? It's a pass ball. Kruk now has the opportunity to knock in a couple of runs. Nobody out runners on second and third. Cueto's pitch. Fly ball deep into right field. Sanders will put it away. That should score Rice easily. And it does. Doesn't even get a throw from Sanders. 5-3. Amazing as Schmidt, who's hitting 178 on the year, looks like another reason why this Kitsoons team is off to a slow start. And finally, the computer manager takes out Cueto, puts in Bud Norris. That's unacceptable. Let's see what Norris looks like. Excuse me. There he is. My OCD now is satisfied. I have a picture in Norris's spot, and the pitch to Schmidt is a walk on 4 pitches. The backup catcher, Bresnahan, steps in. Runners on first and second. Came in for the injured Dalton, who injured himself while at the bat. Phillips to Swanson to Freeman. It is a 4-6-3 double play. The inning is over. We go to the bottom of the inning. 5-3. Amazing over the Firebirds here in the fourth. Beltre, Hartnett, and Cavaretta to face Cole Hamels. The pitch. Grounded to Rollins, scoops it up to Howard for the out. Hartnett, he hits a base hit into left field. Coco Crisp charging it, throws it in. Hartnett on first. Could not be a slower runner, but he's on first as Phil Cavaretta, 0 for 0 today, a 104 average at 45 at-bats. He's not doing well. And now he hits a grounder to Rollins. Kipnis for one. They're not going to get Cavaretta. He will beat the throw to first. There's 2 down, however, on the fielder's choice. For the catcher, Tim McCarver, who is hitting .241. McCarver is going to go on after his baseball career to have a very successful career in broadcasting. The pitch. Hamels walks him. His second walk of the year as Brandon Phillips. Top of the order for Florence. Hitting .235, has runners on first and second. He's going to strike out to end the inning. We go to the top of the fifth, 5-3, amazing. As we pass the 1 hour mark, looks like we'll be done about an hour 20, hour 30 for this special Mother's Day edition of Field of Dreams Baseball here in the top of the fifth. Kipnis, Crisp, and Rollins to face Norris. Line drive right at the second baseman, Phillips, 1 down. Coco Crisp, 1 for 2. He's now 2 for 3. Rounds first as the throw comes in, goes back to the bag. Jimmy Rollins, top of the order. Rollins hitting .246, 4 home runs, 17 runs batted in, throw over. Trying to keep Crisp a little closer. Norris delivers. There's a ground ball to second. Phillips going to throw to short for 1. They are not going to get the speedy Rollins, who now is on first. Fielder's choice. Rollins on first, 2 outs. Top of the fifth, Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra, .294, a home run, 9 RBIs. Throw to first, Rollins back. Norris delivers, Rollins goes, the throw. He is safe. Stolen base number 9. Jimmy Rollins finds himself in scoring position, which makes Dykstra's at-bat infinitely more important. Ground ball up the middle. Phillips backhands it to Freeman for the out. Dykstra is out. The half inning is over. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 5-3, Kitsoons. Swanson, Sanders, and Freeman to face Cole Hamels, who has allowed 3 runs and 5 hits. He's not on the top of his game today, but has a 2-run lead. Foul ball. I said that. The pitch. Fly to left. That is deep. That is far. That is in the stands. Home run number 5 for Dansby Swanson. And this game is now 5-4. As I said, this is not one of Cole Hamels' best efforts. That home run for Swanson traveled 337 feet. Reggie Sanders steps into the batter's box, hitting .292 with a couple of home runs, 14 runs batted in. How long will we see Hamels? Well, he may be a little longer because he strikes him out, his 3rd strikeout of the game. Freeman hitting .352, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. Those are MVP numbers in May. The pitch, base hit. He's going to end up on second with his 8th double of the year, as it's impossible to notice early on whether that chalkboard move is a single or a double. Turns out to be a double. Kitsoons looking to get their run back. They surrendered the last inning. Florence, as I get mixed up. Florence looking to tie the game. My mistake. 1 run in. Please forgive me. I lose track every now and then. Back on track is Dunn looking to tie the game with Freeman on second. He walks him. Go-ahead run is intentionally walked. I think there's an unwritten rule in baseball about that. I want to apologize for losing my bearings in the game. That happens to me every so often. I'm not sure why, but it does as Adrian Beltre steps in. Beltre, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, 271 average. Has a chance to put Florence ahead. Hamels delivers. That ball is right back to the mound. It's off the pitcher to second for one. That is a double play. Let me tell you how that happened. That was a line drive right off the pitcher, deflected to the second baseman, through to short for one, over to first, a double play. Unbelievable as Florence. Great opportunity to tie the game, and if that ball didn't hit Hamels, it might have tied the game. But the Kitsunes get out of it. We go to the top of the sixth, 5-4. Amazing. Freeman is making an impact on the Florence team. There's no question about that. That was a very unlucky play on Beltre. That should have been a line drive up the middle. Probably should have tied the game up, but it didn't. That's baseball. They do say it's a game of inches. Rice, Howard, and Kruk do up as long as I know where I am in the game. Norris delivers. Fly to center. Cavaretta going to watch this ball sail into the bleachers for a home run for Rice. And just like that, they get the run back. It is 6-4. Rice hits home run number 4 that traveled 378 feet. And based on what I'm looking at, Yoko made a great trade when they got Rice. He is a great player. Norris to face Howard. Base hit. Norris looks like he may have lost it this inning. Howard on first, not a threat to steal. Kruk stepping in. 7th hit of the game for Amazing. Both teams now with 7 hits. However, Yoko's got 6 runs to Florence's 4. The pitch to Kruk. He's going to pop it up in the infield. Beltre under it. Puts it away. 1 down. Runner still at first for Mike Schmidt. Hitting 178, trying to get that average up. He's not going to do it this at bat, however, as Beltre is going to take his second pop up in a row. Norris to face Roger Bresnahan is 0 for 1. If you were going to walk a batter, that would not be the one to do it. Second walk of the game for Norris. 10th, I believe, for Florence. Let's check the scoreboard. 11 walks. That is surprising. With 11 walks, they're only 2 runs down. The pitch to Kipnis. Norris gets his first strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 6-4, Amazing. Another sip of coffee here for this morning broadcast. Bottom of the 6th inning, Hartnett, Cavaretta, and McCarver to face Hamels. Hamels 103 pitches. Here's the pop-up behind the plate by Hartnett. Bresnahan throws his mask away, puts it away. It's a great play. That is where the catcher range number comes into play on pop-ups and bunts. Hamels now facing Cavaretta. Cavaretta hits it to first. Howard going to flip it to Hamels for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Bottom of the 6th. McCarver up. However, Yoko heads to the mound to replace Hamels, and he's bringing in Johnny Humphreys. Humphreys this season, 6 games, 16 innings, 11 hits. He's allowed 3 earned runs. His ERA is 1.65. He's got 1 win and 1 save. The right-hander is pitching to McCarver, who bats from the left side. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Kipnis to Howard. The inning is over. We head to the top of the 7th, 6-4, Amazing. Norris will face the bottom of the order, Crisp, the number 9 hitter. Rollins and Dykstra top of the order to follow. Norris has done a relatively good job here in relief. Strikes out Crisp, will face Rollins. Rollins is going to hit a grounder to Beltre. All the way across the diamond to Freeman for out number 2 as Lenny Dykstra steps in. He's going to hit it to second. Phillips to first for the out. We head to the bottom of the 7th with the amazing leading Florence 6-4 for two teams with slow starts here in the Field of Dreams season number 3. This has been an exciting game. Okay, Humphreys on the mound will face the top of Florence's order, Phillips, Swanson, and Sanders. Base hit in the center field. That's going to be a double, number 3 for Brandon Phillips. And right off the bat, runner in scoring position for Swanson, who's had batting .265, 5 home runs, and uniquely only 5 RBIs. Now he's got a chance to knock in a run, not with his own home run. I wonder how many players have started the season off with 5 home runs, and he's the only person he's knocked in. I bet that's hard for. I couldn't figure it out, but that would be a nice little bit of trivia. Okay, the pitch to Swanson. He's going to hit it in the center field. That's going to go deep. Dykstra's going to catch it. Phillips going to return to second. Tag up. It's so deep, he's going to walk into third base without a throw. Dykstra is a great center fielder, but not much of an arm. Humphreys to face Sanders, runner on third. Represents run number 5. Sanders today, 1 for 3. He's going to hit a single. He's going to get this game a little closer and knock in a run. Runner scores. It's now 6-5 as Humphreys faces the ever-dangerous Freddie Freeman for Florence. Sanders at first takes his lead. He has a threat to steal. Humphreys delivers to Freeman, who hits it deep in the right field. That ball is in, off the wall. Just missed being a home run by inches. Sanders is going to hold at third with less than 2 outs. Double number 9 on the season, number 2 on the day for Freddie Freeman. And the Kitsunes are in big trouble as Florence has the tying run at third, go-ahead run at second for Adam Dunn, who's had a good day today, 1 for 2. Will Humphreys stay on the mound? Looks like it. The pitch to Dunn. There's going to be a grounder back to the mound. There's going to be an error. He boots the ball, and the bases are loaded as Humphrey cannot pick that ball up. Dunn is on first on the error. A run does score as I took my eyes off the chalkboard to read the play-by-play. Runner scores. Freeman goes to third. We're all tied up in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out, runners on first and third. And the ever-dangerous Adrian Beltre comes to bat. The pitch, there goes the runner. Pop-up behind home plate. Bresnan chases it, but this looks like it's going to be in the stands. That's unlucky for the Kitsunes as they have to pitch to Beltre again with a runner on third and less than 2 outs. There goes the runner. Ball hit right back up the middle. Something's going on here. I have to read it because the chalkboard stopped. Kipnis. Beltre hits it on the ground. Kipnis heads to his right, gloves it. Freeman is heading home. Kipnis steps on second. There'll be no throw to first. Freeman scores. Florence takes the lead 7-6 here in the bottom of the seventh inning. They have a crooked number up on the board as Gabby Hartnett steps to the plate hitting .295. Humphreys delivers. He hits it to second. Kipnis flips it to short for the out. We head to the top of the eighth. Florence now leads 7-6. Norris still on the mound for Florence. Rice, who homered his last time up, followed by Howard and Kruk. There's a blooper into left, base hit. Rice having quite the day. It's hit number 4. If Amazing wins, he will be by far the MVP of the day. Howard steps in. Norris faces him. Fly ball into deep right field. That ball is long. That far ball is out of here as Sanders just watch it sail into the right field stands. And just like that, Amazing takes the lead back 8-7 on Ryan's Howard's 7th home run that traveled 383 feet. I guess this would be an official slugfest with 15 runs and 19 hits being scored, not to mention 11 walks. Ken Raffensperger will be coming into pitch to Kruk as Florence loses their brief lead. Raffensperger this season has pitched 17 innings in 8 games, allowed 9 hits. He's 1-1 on the season with a save and a stellar ERA of .51. The pitch to Kruk, fly ball into center field. Cavaretta coming in, puts it away for the out. Schmidt comes up, 1 out. Raffensperger's pitch is a bounding ball to Phillips, going to underhand it to Freeman. Schmidt is out, 2 down, but not before 2 runs are scored by Amazing on that home run. Raffensperger to Bresnahan, who grounds to short. Swanson over to first for the out. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Now it's Florence's turn to try to tie this game against Humphreys. They're going to send Cavaretta, McCarver, and Phillips to the plate to face Humphreys. And they're not going to face Humphreys, as the computer manager is going to bring in Otero, Dan Otero, 9 games, 10 innings this year, 8 hits allowed, 1 earned run, also a stellar ERA of .90. He's got 1 win and 1 loss, no saves for this relief pitcher. Cavaretta hits it up the middle. Rollins to Howard for the out. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tim McCarver. He's going to hit a base hit into left field, and the tying run is now on first for the top of Florence's order, Phillips. Hitting .239 today, he's 1 for 4. Ground ball to second, Kipnis to short. That's all they're going to get as the speedy Phillips beats out the throw to first. 2 outs, runner still on first. Dansby Swanson, who I believe hit a solo home run in the 5th. I thought it was going to be the last time up, but he's 2 for 4. One of those is the home run, and there's going to be a pinch hitter. That pinch hitter is Peterson. Peterson, 14 times at bat in 6 games. He's got 5 hits. He's hitting a stellar .357. Hits around .255 against both righties and lefties. I don't know how that gets to be .357, but Kipnis to Rollins for the out. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Amazing leads Firebirds 8-7. I'm sorry, Yoko. I just saw what you said. No, the pitcher. However, I can't do that in my games. We use the computer manager, makes all the choices. We do invite the managers on StreamYard during the broadcasts if they're available. If they're not available, the computer manager handles the team. Shortstop is blank here for Florence. Excuse me, for Amazing. He must have got hurt. I missed that. Let's see what we do with the shortstop. Lou Boudreau comes in. Raffensperger to face. Oh, that's Florence's shortstop. My mistake. Kipnis, Crisp, and Rollins for Amazing. That shortstop injury was Florence once again, as I get back to being orientated properly. Kipnis today, 0 for 2, facing Raffensperger, and he strikes out. Coco Crisp, 2 for 4. Good day for Coco. He hits it back to the mound. Raffensperger underhands it. They get the speedy Crisp at first. For Jimmy Rollins, the top of the order. Rollins today, however, is 0 for 3. Raffensperger delivers. He walks him. With a one-run lead, will he attempt to steal to get in a scoring position as Lenny Dykstra comes to the plate? Let's find out. Raffensperger checks the runner. Throws to first. Raffensperger is thinking the same thing I am. Here we go. Raffensperger walks 2 batters in a row. Once again, I wish that button was in the computer manager that would relieve that pitcher. Ground ball to second. Phillips to Boudreau for the out. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning, 8-7. Yoko, I'd love to bring in your closer. Unfortunately, the rules of the game is the computer manager controls these games. Otero is okay. Otero is a good pitcher. I think you're fine. Sanders steps in. Sanders 2 for 4 today. But guess what? Your computer manager is set up properly, and in comes Allen. If he's your closer, you did the right thing by setting your computer manager up properly. He will face Sanders, Freeman, and Dunn here in the bottom of the 9th. And that's going to be a line drive to Rollins, 1 down. You know, I'm a big believer in the computer manager. I know it's not 100% perfect, but it's 95% perfect. I know we get a lot of people that complain about the computer manager, but my advice to those people is you need to spend more time with it. Everything's in there you need. There's just so many boxes, and it's so specific that you have to really spend time to learn that computer manager. It will improve your team, believe me. Allen faces Freeman, the pitch. That ball's gone, and this game is tied as Freddie Freeman hits home run number 7. And just like that, we have a tie game, 8-8. Like I said, Aaron drafted the Braves number 1 to get Freddie Freeman. There was some talk on the Discord how that was not a great pick, but you're going to have a hard time arguing with me as Freddie Freeman just showed you why Aaron Reed picked that team. Congratulations, Aaron. Game tied at 8, bottom of the 9th, nobody on. 1 out. Allen will face Dunn. I didn't check Allen's record. Allen's been in 14 games. Oh, excuse me. Adam Dunn. Why is that Adam Dunn? I want Allen. Allen's been in 3 games, 2.2 innings. He has 2 saves for the Kitsunes, but he's not going to get a save today. However, he strikes out Dunn now to face Beltre. Beltre hits it on the ground to first base. Howard takes it to the bag. Unassisted, we are all tied after 8, and there's no chance this broadcast is over in an hour and a half as we go to the inning number 10. All tied at 8. Thank you, Buckshot. I hope you enjoy listening to this game, and because you're going to be in your car, I'll be a little more descriptive. Top of the 10th, Howard, Kruk, and Schmidt for Amazing to face the Florence Firebirds. Raffensperger still on the mound. How's he done today? In the game, he's pitched 2 innings, struck out 1, walked 2, and he's allowed no hits. The pitch to Howard, he strikes him out, number 2 for Raffensperger. Will now face Kruk. Walks Kruk. Go-ahead run goes to first. Mike Schmidt, also a dangerous hitter. However, this season he's only hitting 175. Schmidt hits left-hand as well, but this time he goes down swinging. Raffensperger, his 3rd strikeout of the game. Bresnahan to face the backup catcher. Bresnahan, the backup catcher to face Raffensperger, came in with a Dalton injury. He's going to hit a base hit into center field. That's going to turn into a double. That is Bresnahan's first double of the year. It is his 3rd hit of the season, and he has set up amazing with runners on 2nd and 3rd. However, there's 2 outs. Jason Kipnis is going to have to get his first hit of the game. He's hitting .228 on the season. He's going to have to get his first hit, or Florence is going to have to commit an error or a mistake of some kind if Amazing is going to take the lead. Here's the pitch to Kipnis. That ball's hit into left field. That's a base hit. Kruk scores. Bresnahan's rounding 3rd. He's going to score, and just like that, a Kipnis single puts the Amazing team ahead 10-8 as the Kitsoons take the lead. Raffensperger, who was perfect until the 10th inning, is now allowed 2 runs. Coco Crisp comes to bat. 2 for 5 today, a good day. Kipnis on first. Raffensperger throws. There's a fly ball deep into center field. Cavaretta puts it away for the out. We head to the bottom of the 10th, 10-8 Kitsoons. Here we go. Allen looks okay. Hartnett comes in 2 for 4 on the day. Hartnett, Cavaretta, and McCarver, the bottom 3rd of the Florence order to face Allen. And if they're going to score, that's where they're going to have to do it from. Boog Powell comes in to pinch hit. Will face Allen. Boog Powell pops it up into the infield. Howard puts it away, 1 down. Cavaretta, 0-98 on the season. He is 0 for 3 in the game. Will the computer pinch hit for him? Nope, they're going to let him hit. And he hits a slow grounder to Rollins. Rollins to Howard. Quick 2 outs for the Kitsoons here in the bottom of the 10th. Allen 1 out away from a victory. Tim McCarver steps in, 1 for 3 in the day, 247 for the season. Here's Allen's pitch. That ball's hit into center field. Dykstra under it, puts it away. Game is over. The Amazing Kitsoons defeat the Florence Firebirds 10-8 in 10 innings, 10-11-1 for Amazing's. An amazing 14 runners left on base, thanks to the 11 walks by the Firebirds. The Firebirds 8-12-1. They had 7 runners left on base. Let's go to the box score. I'm sure there's a lot to go over here. 10-11-1, like I said. A glance for the Amazing Kitsoons show Dykstra 2 for 5, Howard 2 for 5, a couple RBIs. 2 for 6. Rice 4 for 6. 2 for 6, Crisp. 2 RBIs for Howard, 2 RBIs for Kipnis. However, Rice only had 1 RBI, but his 4 for 6, in my opinion, and 3 runs scored should get him the MVP. Over in the Florence side, they also hit well. Swanson went 2 for 4 with an RBI. Sanders, 2 for 5, an RBI. Freeman had a great game, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and of course that massive home run in the bottom of the ninth to send this game into extra innings. And Hart at the DH also went 2 for 4. Cueto, the losing pitcher, only went 3 1/3, allowing 4 hits, 5 runs, struck out 5, walked 9 incredible runners. Norris came on and was respectable until he wasn't. 3.2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. And Raffensperger came in, took the loss. He also pitched 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, all of them earned, walked 3, struck out 3, an amazing 14 walks given up by the Florence pitching staff today. Hamels 5 2/3 innings, not his most impressive performance, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, struck out 3, walked 3. Humphreys came in. He blew the save, pitched an inning and a third, 3 hits, 3 runs. Only one of them was earned, however. So it was not his fault. Otero gets the hold, came in and pitched 1 inning, allowing 1 hit. And Allen pitched 2 innings, allowed a hit, a home run. It was the only hit he allowed. Struck out 1, walked none. He blew the save, but picked up his win. Let's just check over here, see if we can see injuries and the MVP. Injury, Dalton's out till May 12th, so that's a short-term injury. And Harry Rice, as I said, game's MVP. I believe that's the last game on the 9th. We've played all the games. I'm going to zip this up so that Aaron can start on the 10th. But before we do that, let's take a quick whirl around the divisions. Earth Division, Liverpool leads by a half game over Dallas. They're 17-3. Lehigh also leads Chico's by a half game. They're 18-13. Those divisions changed leaders in today's games. Vegas at 20-9, a game and a half over Chicago, and that's only because Chicago's played 3 more games, and those are losses for Chicago. Edmonton 3.5 back, and Canada 3.5 back. An amazingly slow start for Canada, 18-14, and Mid-Michigan, a 1-game lead over Hadley Lake in the Water Division. And in the game you just saw, amazing, improves their record to 13-19. I want to thank everybody for coming in for this Mother's Day Sunday morning special edition of Field of Dreams Baseball. I'd like to give my special thanks to Aaron Reed, who should be on sometime later today. Yoko team, who won in game number 2. Joe Murdy was in the park. Buckshot was here. Who am I missing? As a chat went pretty good. Jeff Hunter stopped by. Midlife Crisis. Beatles Eternally was here. I'm sorry to have missed you, Beatles. I don't know how I did that, but apparently I did. Beatles, my partner in crime. I sure enjoy my Diamonds and Dice podcast with Beatles Eternally. And if you haven't got a chance to catch that last episode with Big Clue on the Hall of Fame, it's on Beatles' YouTube channel, and it is certainly an enjoyable 1 hour of listening if you have a chance, if I don't say so myself. Our next show next month will be on my YouTube channel. We don't know what the subject's going to be, but with Beatles and I, Beatles always comes up with some great ideas, so I'm sure it will be very interesting. Who else was in here? David Landau was here, who we saw David's team destroy his opponent in game number 1. And David Landau, the first one in the ballpark. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Thank you all for joining me here on my YouTube channel for this special edition of Sunday Morning Baseball. We may have to do it again. It was fun. Have a nice day, everyone.